Hello and welcome aboard WhalePod to another Genshin Impact video. Today we are recording on Friday, September 9th, 2022, and the Ganyu and Kokomi rerun banners with Dori as one of the 4 stars have just gone live roughly half an hour ago. Or as I like to say, a goat, a fish, and a JINNI all walked into a banner. But before we get to the actual wishing, I have saved 2 of the test runs for us to go through. Those are Kokomi and Dori. Let's start with everyone's favorite fish. Well, Fischl might be everyone's favorite fish, but Kokomi is literally like a mermaid inspired. So, literally a fish. Kokomi is actually meant to be a DPS character, believe it or not. Or less of a DPS and more of a battle healer type character. Let's go ahead and show off her burst one more time. So let's just go ahead and kite this Abyss Mage. Alright, jellyfish time. Ultimate time. And that is quite a bit done on that challenge. Kokomi does have decent DPS when built properly, although mainly in her burst. We get 20 Primo Gems, 3 Spectral Husks, and 3 Songo Pearls for that. We also got 20 Primo Gems for Ganyu, as well as 3 Chingson Flower and 3 Whopper Flower Nectar. Dori will also give us the Kalapalalta Lotus, or whatever it's called you need to ascend her, as well as some Eremite drops and some experience. Sucrose gave us Enhancement Ore, Windwheel Asters, and Whopper Flower Nectar. And Xingqiu gave us 15k Mora, 3 Silk Flowers, and 3 Hilly Churl Masks. Now, for the brand new character, I have been looking into a little bit of should you pull for, should you build guides for Dori today from people who had media server access. And I'm going to say, well, I was going to pull for Dori anyway, but she's less low down my list of priorities to pull for than she previously was before looking into her. I just realized that Kale's burst is supposed to be pronounced like Kali and Amber, or Kale and Amber, so Kale and Anbar. It's a little bit of a cute reference to how she visited Mondstadt in the manga. Not really much to do with Dori in there, as Dori is a support, both in healing and battery capacity. Now we will claim our reward. We already have more than enough of the Lotai. The Kalapalata, that's how you say it, Kalapalata Lotus is, well, I lost my train of thought there. That stupid Lotus. But needless to say, we now have 3 more of them. We are going to be pulling for as many Doris as we can. And by the fact that I saved the Kokomi trial for this video, we are going to be pulling for our Doris on the Kokomi banner. Yay! You're probably not seeing nearly as much Kokomi wishing on this banner as you are going to see Ganyu wishing. Now, speaking of something related to healers, let's take our better healer, Jean, sit in the Knights of Favonius Grandmaster's chair, open our inventory, go to the food pouch, pop one of our 62 holy waters on Jean, as we had the dialogue option to rouse her from her semi-dazed state in her story quest, and go into the wishing. Oh, I did set Amos Bow as the course for this weapon banner, even though I will not be doing any weapon banner wishing this time around. I just wanted to get the red exclamation mark off of the wish tab. As for the weapon banner, it's a total scam. Don't wish on it. Amos Bow is a standard banner weapon. You will eventually get one just by losing the 75-25 on weapon banners where there is a weapon better than it. Well, not better than it, maybe better than it, but definitely rarer than it that you are going for. And the Everlasting Moonglow is good on literally Kokomi and Barbara at the moment. And really only if you're doing DPS Barbara, so really just Kokomi. The 4 stars have 4 pretty good options. All of them except Eye of Perception, the Catalyst there, have some uses. A Dragon's Bane has been gaining in popularity on Toma, now that Toma has a place on Burgeon teams. Favonius Greatsword is even a decent weapon for Dori. It helps her with her energy batterying duties. Sacrificial Sword is probably one of the best 4-star swords, if not the best 4-star sword in the game, particularly from a support standpoint. And Rust is very good for bow characters that don't rely on charge attacks, like Yoimiya, Child, and maybe a physical machine gun Fischl. But with that out of the way, once again, do not roll on the weapon banners. They are outright scams. Let's get into the wishing for our fish. We will not skip as we don't have any Dories yet. That's early, we could get a double 4-star. We did, but still no Dori. Alright, that was our free fates from doing some stuff like, well, the monthly reset, a little bit of premium battle pass, and the Tree of Dreams over in Bananarama. And now we have just the Primogems we have built up over the course of playing the game. It would be more, but I have been doing max Primogem refreshes the past few days to prepare for new Sumeru characters. Another sacrificial bow. You'd think this was the weapon banner. And another double. And it's once again not Dori. I'm getting worried about this. Still purple. We do have about 29 or so pity going into this, so we are closer to a 5-star than we normally would be. Favonius Warbow is likely to be our only 4-star here. Man, you'd think, literally, you'd think this was the weapon banner. There's our first Dori. We now have a Constellation 0 Dori. We are getting close to a 5-star. We do not have it yet. Are we going to hard pity? Probably. No Dori here. Once we get our first 5-star, we'll be skipping other rolls. Here's the 5-star. Pretty close to hard pity if it's in here. Gene, yeah! It's not Kokomi, but that's Constellation 4 Gene. That is a really big constellation for a Miss Acting Grandmaster here. That is reducing enemy animo resistance when they're inside her burst field. And another Dori. This is a great pull. I never thought I would be glad to lose on a 50-50 because the game gives me Jean so infrequently. But we got her. And Constellation 1 Dori came home as well. Let's not go into the star glitter just yet. And bring over a hefty sum of Primogems from Genesis Crystals. This is not white free-to-play gaming and not white dolphin gaming, but white whale gaming after all. And while this is not named for my gotcha habits and is instead a reference to the white whale from Xenoblade Chronicles X, I still find it a happy coincidence that the name works on multiple fronts and not just that one. Alright, skipping time now. A double Dori. I should have been skipping all these. We would have had C6 already. But that is C3 Dori. Fav Sword. A very good weapon. Just not what I want to see on the character banner. A C4 Dori. Are we going to get C6 Dori before we get a single Kokomi? or Kokomi, I would not be mad about that, because then we'd have guaranteed Sino. Xingqiu. Not a Dori, but at the same time, better than a Fav Sword. In fact, a good character to use a Fav Sword on, if you don't feel like you need the double elemental skill from Sacrificial, that is. C5 Dori. At least I believe that's C5. Yes, that is C5. We have 5 Stella Fortuna. I have learned recently how to check those without having to exit the wishing screen. Here is our guaranteed Kokomi. There could be 2, so we are going to see this through. So far not looking like 2, everyone. Oh, there's our 4-star. And there's Kokomi! Kokomi's constellations as a whole are not that great, but the only really consequential constellation I have left on Ganyu is Constellation 6. Really, the 2 good ones for Ganyu are 6 and 1. So I'm pulling for Kokomi because I use my Kokomi a lot and I really enjoy playing Kokomi. We still do need 1 more Dori. Xingqiu! Showing your face around here. Oh, what nerve, I say. And everyone but Dori. Nobody. Not Dori. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that 116 and keep going on the Primo Gems for now. 116 Star Glitter, that is. You're not Dori, and you're not a character, Rust. You're a decent free-to-play weapon for Dori, if you have Constellation 6, but you're not Dori. You're also not Dori. Here's another 5-star before we get another Dori. Woohoo, isn't this fun, everyone? Wishing for 4 stars is the best. I wish Helioverse would only put out new 4 stars. Hey, D-Luke, way to refund 25 Star Glitter. I totally didn't need it. Hey, Sucrose, you're not a Dori, so get out of here. Well. Does Dori want to find her way home now? Nope, still no Dori. We can afford to dump some into these intertwined fates. After all, we have more than enough for the amber that comes around next month. And nope. We'll go 10 more on these intertwines. Nope. And we will ruin the funny number to go 10 more. After all, there is 1 more banner between here and October. 3.1 releases September 28th, meaning it will be live in North America here the evening of the 27th. No Dori. 10 Prima Gems again. Still no Dori. Still no Dori. Are we gonna go 2 5-stars without another Dori? That's the question here. Looks like it. Here's our guaranteed Kokomi. There she is. That is Constellation 2. We started with 0. Xingqiu, really, buddy? Really, mate? You gonna do it to me like this, mate? We'll not skip this one. And 10. No Dori. No Dori yet again. Yeah, we don't have enough gems and glitter for another one. So, I will be back once I've topped up. Alright, we have indeed topped up. We are back. Just starting small here. We're skipping. Nope. We're not skipping. Sucrose, somewhat early. Come on, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right. Still being uncooperative, I see, game. We're skipping. Hey, finally. That is 6 Dori Stella Fortuna. Oh, we are done here. But that is not the absolute end of this video just quite yet. After all, we're going to apply our newfound constellations, starting with the dethroned best girl. She was dethroned by Yelan back in version 2.7. Who now has Lands of the Dandelion within the field created by Dandelion Breeze. All opponents have their Animo res decreased by 40%. And now, there's my favorite fish. At water's edge, while donning the ceremonial garment created by Nereid's Ascension, the final normal attack in Sangonomiya Kokomi's combo will unleash a swimming fish to deal 30% of her max HP as Hydra damage. This damage is not considered normal attack damage. And we have the clouds like waves rippling. Sangonomiya Kokomi gains the following healing bonuses with regard to characters with 50% or less HP via the following methods. Karage's Oath, Bake Karage, 4.5% of Kokomi's max HP. Nereid's Ascension, normal and charge attacks, 0.6% of Kokomi's max HP. Kokomi can get fairly chunky, so that's a decent healing bonus for those who are in dire need of it. Kokomi's other relevant ones, in case you have interest in knowing, are the moon overlooks the waters while donning the ceremonial garment created by Nereid's Ascension. Sangonomiya Kokomi's normal attack speed is increased by 10%, and normal attacks that hit opponents will restore 0.8 energy for her. This can occur once every 0.2 seconds. Then just 3 and 5 are, of course, 3 is her burst plus 3 levels, 5 is her skill plus 3 levels, and Constellation 6, if you are so inclined and insane, is Sango Ishin. While donning the ceremonial garment created by Nereid's Ascension, Sangonomiya Kokomi gains a 40% Hydra damage bonus for 4 seconds. When her normal and charge attacks heal or would heal any party member with 80% or more HP. There we have Kokomi's constellations. Let's just do a brief overview of the door here. We're going to leave her artifactless for now. I don't know what I want to put on her. Start for constellations. The number of after-sales service rounds created by troubleshooter shots, I believe that is her elemental skill, is increased by 1. Special franchise. When you are in combat and the JINNI heals the character it's connected to, it will fire a JINNI tube from that character's position. That deals 50% of Dori's attack damage. Wonders never cease. 3 levels to Alcazari's exactitude. I believe that is, yes, that is her burst. That's the little icon for her little JINNI. The character connected to the JINNI with, well, discretionary supplement. The character connected to the JINNI will obtain the following buffs based on their current HP and energy. When their HP is lower than 50%, they gain 50% incoming healing bonus. When their energy is less than 50%, they gain a 30% energy recharge. Value for Mora increases the level of Spirit Warding Lamp Troubleshooter Cannon by 3. That is her skill. Maximum level is 15. And Sprinkling Weight, Dori gains the following effects for 3 seconds after using Spirit Warding Lamp Troubleshooter Cannon. Electro Infusion. When normal attacks hit opponents, all nearby party members will heal HP equivalent to 4% of Dori's max HP. This type of healing can occur once every 0.1 seconds. This is what I was talking about with the bell having some usefulness on Dori, as Dori does have HP scaling at Constellation 6, but only at Constellation 6. Now for her weapon, we are going to be good little boys and girls and continue shunning the bell. I'm going to give her the Favonius Greatsword. It helps with energy recharge, helps give her a bit of an energy battery, and it will have, I believe, the same stats at level 90 as a Sax Sword does. Or even the Favonius Sword, which is 454 base attack, but 61.3 energy recharge. Quite substantial amount. That is 10% more than a energy recharge sans, making it quite the significant boost to your energy recharge, even to the point where Dori, I don't know, Dori does have some energy scaling as well, I believe, but it does make it so you can run her on an HP sans or something like that if you have C6 and want to, instead of needing to rely on the bell and its awful passive. And you can just use the Favonius Windfall that all the Favonius weapons have to battery your whole team with white particles from its passive. My Favonius weapons are all, of course, refinement 5, as I've brute forced my way to see more than my fair share of Favonius weapons just by even wailing on character banners. We do not have, actually I think we do have the Ascension materials we need to get to. Yeah, we do have the Ascension materials for 60 of 70, but we're blocked at 70 of 80, so we will leave that there for now. Last thing I want to go over is indeed Dori's Ascension materials. It was revealed earlier, but in case you did not notice, she, of course, like all Electro characters, does need the Electro gemstone pieces. The Kalapalata Lotus, as revealed by her trial, is her Ascension local specialty. And her Ascension enemy drop is the Faded Red Satin line from the Eremites.
Oh, fine.
She does need the Thunderclap Fruit Core from the Electro Regisvine, which I have been pre-farming. Not necessarily for Dori. I do have a theory about those. We do have another Electro Sumeru character coming in 3.1. So I'm going to wager right here, right now, that they are not going to introduce a new Electro boss already for this new character, but are instead going to have it use Thunderclap Fruit, excuse me on that burp there, Thunderclap Fruit Core as well. And once you reach the third phase, you start needing the Trimmed Red Silk. And, well, for 2 and 3, you need the 3-star fragment. On the 4th phase, you still need the Trimmed Red Silk, but now need the Amethyst Chunks. For the 4th phase, you still need the Chunks, but now need the Rich Red Brocade. And for the final phase, you now need the Amethyst Gemstones, but still the Rich Red Brocades. All in all, I have almost enough of these Thunderclap Fruit Cores already farmed up that if I did want to level Dori immediately, I could level her and not have to worry about having materials for our Jackal friend Sino in 3.1, should it be his Ascension material. Once again, I do not look at leaks, this is just my educated guess that we are not getting 2 Electro bosses in back-to-back patches. So with that, I am sticking by my guns and going Thunderclap Fruit Core will also be Sino's Ascension material. If you want to believe me, start farming it now. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine too. If you do believe me and it turns out Sino does have a different material, I apologize. And if you don't believe me and I turn out being right, well, I tried to, well, give you my best educated guess. Can't really do anything more. We are, however, going to get her leveled up. No, no, no. Well, there we go. We are going to send her the first one of the way.
Does this mean
I always do that with new characters. Because it's as a free wish. Why wouldn't I do it for a free wish? But with that, thank you all for watching Whale Pod. If you liked this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All three of those things do help the channel immensely and cost you nothing more than a few moments of your time. With that all said and done, though, I have been your Captain Whale. I hope you are having a fantastic day, Whale Pod. But until next time, this is goodbye.